This is He Knows the Sport, bringing you that heat and that far. We keeping the foot on the whoop on the necks. We keeping the foot on the whoop on the necks. And like the Tibetan master that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts its pipes. When you sit here and look at all of these NBA players, MJ always had disdainment, man. He Knows the Sport is going to make it his solo crusade to talk about this stuff. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, their game of basketball has an issue in terms of opposition, in terms of haters. It's just like He Knows the Sport. He Knows the Sport has a bunch of haters on YouTube, right? He has a whole bunch of litany of people that always got some slide to the mouth stuff to say about him, right? But if you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing nothing right. Let me say it again. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing nothing right. Michael Jordan, Jeffrey Jordan obviously is doing something right. That someone like Wilt Chamberlain, who's 2 for 6, NBA Finals averager and performer, has the unmitigated goal and the audacity to say that someone's 6 for 6. Do the math. Notice it's always a 40%er, man. Just like LeBron James, 4 out of 10. Always a 40%er, dog. They always got something slick to say. Always got something slide to the mouth to say. Why are you sitting here and trying to sit here and act as if your 40% means something? It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, Because 40%ers think that they're 100%. Don't get me started, dog. 40%ers, listen to this, think that they are 100%. Don't get me started, y'all. Does that make any sense to you, Rudy Poor Plum Plum Rights? Does it make any sense to you, classic Dolce and Troke Rights? Does it make any sense to you, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric? This is why it's called participation award era, because anything flies with them, man. They accept any standard. How can someone who is 60% less is someone that is considered GOAT? Wilt Chamberlain, you have Bill Russell problems, man. You couldn't definitively beat Bill Russell. He dominated you because, like He Knows the Sport told you guys, man, offense gets the glory, but defense wins championships. Let me say it again. Offense gets the glory, but defense wins championships. And if you don't play no defense, how are you going to win? It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, How are you going to win if you don't play defense? Defense is the pristine forefather. It is basically the end all and be all of basketball. As if you ain't defending, you ain't shutting nobody down. And if you ain't shutting nobody down, how are you beating them? You see what I'm saying? You brain full of mush and you brainwash dodo heads. So when you got somebody like Wilt Chamberlain, that is a 40% NBA Finals averager and performer, he lost more than he's won. How is he qualified? How is he calculated? How is he verified and certified? And God rest his soul, to say that you are greater than Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You're not. Because you are 40% averager, man. You barely 50%. You are a low bottom feeder, man. These people are what you call lower echelon of the NBA pantheon of greatness. Michael Jordan is the NBA pantheon of greatness. The standard of the NBA pantheon of greatness is synonymous with Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Jordan is not the GOAT because he calls himself the GOAT. Jordan's the GOAT because by consensus, he is the GOAT. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cut fashion. So when we sit here again and we ask ourselves, is this something that is new? No. Jordan has dealt with this hate from Dr. J. He's dealt with this hate from even Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson came to the underlying conclusion that Michael Jordan was greater than him. Even Larry Bird at one point had a little issue, man. All of these guys were hot and bothered like grits because they couldn't get the fact that Michael Jeffrey Jordan's greatness usurped theirs, man. Isaiah Thomas, all of these guys, man. If you look at all of them, they all have a common thread. You want to know what the common thread is? They are jealous and envious of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. This is what greatness personification does, dog. Greatness personification makes you jealous because greatness personification can only be hindered. The motherfucker can't be stopped. Let me say it again. Greatness personification can only be hindered. The motherfucker can't be stopped. So when we're looking at greatness and we're looking at greatness personification, the shit can only be hindered. It can't be fucking stopped. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat two-color fashion. So we have to ask ourselves the underlying question here. Michael Jordan What does he represent? Abso-fucking-lution. What does he represent? 100% NBA Finals average and performance. Wilt Chamberlain, what does he represent? Just like Jerry West, losing, winning. You see the difference? But when we think of Jordan, we think of winning. You see the difference? Everything with MJ, there's no verbiage of losing. But when we look at Wilt Chamberlain, the verbiage of losing is reminiscent. It's more prevalent, more so than it is winning. So how can somebody like that say that he is the GOAT over Michael Jeffrey Jordan? Jay-Z famously said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Let me say it again. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell us, it paints us a picture that Michael Jeffrey Jordan, unquestionably, unequivocally, and without fail, is the NBA GOAT. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat two-teller fashion. I keep the foot on the what? On the next. When it's all said and done, Michael Jeffrey Jordan keeps the NBA GOAT's foot on Wilt Chamberlain, and God rest his soul's neck. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.